Good afternoon and assalamu alaikum from the team of from the studio from the Young Innovators Australia. My name is Shafqat Ali, and today is a very special topic, very dear to my heart. We're going to talk about parenting, and as you know, parenting is such a job where you never get enough training of it, especially the migrant community who come here for the better future for their children, but they gain everything in the field of finance and they got a home, but parenting is becoming challenging day by day because we're getting busy and we don't have enough extended family support here, even though we have one of the best education system in Australia. But still, as a parent, we need more support. Where we get a support from? And so that's why the Young University in last 7 years, with the help of many parents, we run parenting workshop. And also in part of that process, we bring time to time role model parents so we can learn from them. And today I'm very much privileged to have Brother Atif Faheem here. Let me introduce him to them. Brother Atif Faheem is with me. Assalamu alaikum and welcome.
Walaikum salam. Thank you so much, Shafqat bhai, for taking me live.
Y- Thank you. Let me introduce because everybody know most of the people know he's been our guest many times, but he wears many hats. So I just want to acknowledge again, he's a great IT consultant who work in a global IT company. Along with that, obviously he's a great father, and along with that, he runs a beautiful youth development program called Meri Pehchan Pakistan. It's an iconic event of the year. Every year he brings something new, which I'm inspired and learn from it. The fourth and important work he's doing, he's a country director for Shahad Afridi Foundation for Australia, which carries lots of community work in for the more deserving or this less privileged people, as well as in education sector. They are supporting many projects in Pakistan in here as well. Atif, you want to add more because every year you bring something exciting, which I didn't know that you are started to do that as well. How do you do it? That magic? Tell me.
Thank you so much, Shafqat bhai, for taking me live and giving me the opportunity to share about my experience and views. Just for the introduction, you rightly said that I am a professional, IT professional, basically working in this industry for like 20 years now, 20 plus years. And currently, I'm working with one of the global IT cloud company called ServiceNow. As you can imagine, like it's a full-time job, 9 to 5, sometimes more than that. And also, I started some of the voluntarily initiatives such as Meri Pehchan Pakistan. And you rightly said that this is something which is purely based on mentoring and promoting the youth. We did run several engagements, 7 programs, and you have been part of that as well, such as the awards, such as the performances on the stage, and that requires a lot of effort and activity. Uh, Apart from all that, when I
By
say
the way,
we,
I have no shame that I copy lots of your things. I keep telling you I like this. I'm gonna do it because we need to do more work. And I say, look, I'm always your the little soldier to back you up all your projects you bring along.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah. So I, apart from that, I work for a charity organization as well as Shahid Afridi Foundation, and that is another volunteer work that I do. We established this organization 6 years ago in Australia with all the legal requirements and everything, and we do a lot of work locally here in Australia and Pakistan and overseas wherever the need is. Uh, the reason I'm actually sharing all this detail is that any parent, and because the topic for the today is mainly the a role model parent or how we can manage all this stuff. My understanding is that you need to wear different hats at different stages, and you are only able to do that when you have a supportive family, and we can share a little bit more approaches and my experience about
That's my
that as
first
well.
question is now. I want to
Mm.
know your journey. Let's start. Tell me about your family. Uh, how many children you have, and when you got married. How did the story start?
Sure, definitely. But I wanted to actually give a disclaimer before, and which is that I am in no way parenting expert. So I don't want to really take that title, or because everybody makes mistake,
Frankly
as you know.
speaking, no one
Yes.
can. I can't
Yeah,
say that.
exactly.
People say, "What do you do with your children?" I said, "Look, I'm a struggling." Every parent is a struggling. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created a story of Nuh al Islam to tell us, never claim I'm a successful parent. But we can learn
Exactly.
from tips and tricks.
Exactly. So my experience, what I will be actually sharing, will all be my experience, and that may not be true for everyone. So that's something that I wanted
That's
to
another
explain.
lesson for everyone. Remember
Yes,
that what works for him might not work for you because it's a unique
correct.
experience, unique relation, but it's always hit and try.
Exactly, and it is like you have 5 fingers, and every finger is a different size. So similarly,
Beautiful.
every family is different. Every member of the family is different as well. So you asked about my family. uh, I have three girls, three daughters, and they are,
Mashallah.
mashallah, now growing up, mashallah. The eldest one is actually going to uni. He has completed second year of engineering and now going into the third
She's
year.
a leader herself. I mean, Dania is
Alhamdulillah.
she's amazing.
Alhamdulillah.
Tell me what
The
she does so people need to
Okay.
know what what kind of leaders you have developed over the period. Obviously, she's been with you for 18 years plus now.
Sure. So she is currently doing the mechatronics engineering, which is all
Wow.
about robotics. And if someone like to know a little bit more about that, especially the young kids want to know what is this mechatronics engineering, it's basically a combination of three different engineering aspects, such as the software
Okay.
engineering, mechanical engineering, and electronics. So it's a combination of all that, and what is made of all those things combined is a robot. So any electric car that we see these days, any equipment, and everything is now connected to the internet. Everything is run by the electric components and mechanical involved as well. So this is what she's doing. This has been her passion for past many years.
I give
She
you a 10-second break to announce that, as we
Yeah.
mentioned in below, please ask questions, leave comments. We are giving away $150 worth of a free printing workshop voucher. So please, you ask question because I have a question my own. I want to learn. I'm giving you that opportunity. Please, in comments, tell us uh, your challenge as a parent, and you want to ask anything about what's his daughter is doing or anything else. I want you to be more interactive. Today, he's very humble. He's given us more time. Normally, he's very busy. We don't interact more than 15 minutes or 10 minutes. But today, as I say, as long as I have question, you stay. Thank you. Continue, please. Tell me about your second daughter.
No worries, sure. So the second one is actually also following the footstep of the elder one. The reason I'm saying is that they both are have been part of the robotics team in their school, which is, I can share, Unity Grammar. So they have studied from there, and they have been part of the robotics team, which represented on Australia in the international competition, such as in Geneva, Switzerland, and 2 years ago, and they won the silver medal, and they brought back for the very first time Australia.
Mashallah. Congratulations again. I mean, that's a
So
great.
Alhamdulillah, blessed to have these talented kids. And also, so now what she is doing, she has just completed her HSC, and now she is going to actually start the degree of design and technology. So this is her favorite subject. This is what she kept as a in HSC as well, and obviously really did well. And this is what she wanted to continue. So design and technology is her subject. This is what she wanted to continue. Now, the third one is also in high school now. She is in year eight and also part
Year
of the
eight.
robotics
Okay.
team. Yeah, also part of the robotics team. She has also been participating in the competitions and gone up to the national level competition of the robotics. So, Alhamdulillah, this is all about my kids at the moment.
No worries. Thank you for putting a question, Masoom. We will be keep putting up questions, showing the questions are there, but we will answer them at the end, so we don't have a like we don't want to break a rhythm, because it keeps telling that all the question and challenges you have as a parent, we'll try to throw some wild ideas. Maybe you get some luck with them, but in a parenting workshop we'll deal with that in detail, but here we'll try to give some sort of answers as well. So I got a clue. I didn't know, I never met a third one, which you say, look, it'll be looking forward in the next event, we'll see what she does. So now I want to know, you have a now 18 years journey with your children,
Mm-hmm.
maybe more. Is to now the next question I have: what were your challenges as a parent, especially in an early age when you didn't know what to do, and so you have extended family here, or you just came as a
No,
migrant?
no, no. We just came
No,
as a migrant. We are just us, these five people who live in the one home. So obviously, and that is the situation. Probably most of the migrants from any of the country that they come here, and then they don't have the support or family system that we have in the back, and this sometimes poses as a big challenge. And
especially when you don't know. For example, you have a, let's say you have a bit of a dispute with your child.
hmm,
You don't know how to resolve,
exactly,
because only the person can help who know you very well and know the child very well.
that's
Normally
right.
over there we have grandpa, grandmother,
Exactly, exactly.
uncle, aunts, cousins.
Yes.
Here, no one.
That's correct. That's correct. So, so it is all up to you. Like whatever you the situation is, you are the person who need to deal with it. So, I believe on one of the theory, and basically, sorry, you asked about the challenges. So, challenges actually vary depending on the age of the kids. It's, in the start, obviously, you have when they are toddlers or young kids, there are a lot of different challenges. But I think we are more interested in learning about the teenager challenges and what
Absolutely. I
they
mean, there are
yeah,
common challenges. I tell you, one is discipline,
yes,
and you want them to, for example, want them to study something, and they don't want to do it. They
right,
are watching, because there's another challenge we have, because sometimes the mother and father are both working.
yeah,
And for example, mother is cooking, you are in an office, and the kid is doing something which you don't want them to do.
mm,
What to do? Because you
mm,
only have two hands. You can't say auntie or your sibling, your as a like a uncle. If you have a brother or sister around, say, can you
mm,
look after? You can't.
yes, yes,
So those challenges, and then the other one is the kids. You want to encourage them to do something, maybe habits, how to discipline them. The first phase is a discipline,
correct,
brushing, going to bed on time. So these
correct.
challenges, what sort of you had when they were young?
I think depends on what I believe on one of the theory that in Urdu, because I'm from Pakistan, so I will probably say that in Urdu first and then कि देखो शेर की आंख से और खिलाओ सोने का निवाला. The translation of this one is
Absolutely.
that feed them like a king. Yeah, feed them like a king, and then control them or manage them like
Discipline them, yeah.
discipline them like a lion or very strictly. That means like what it means is
I
that
in our
manage
workshop
them
we
strict.
call it discipline them like a policeman, where you don't negotiate. You just say, sorry, you have
That's
to
right.
do it.
That's right.
Sorry, I know you want to do this, but
Yes.
my hands are tied.
Hmm.
Even you love them, but you become so much
Exactly.
stranger to them like a policeman. Yep.
That's right, and so that's the theory. So, what it's easy to say and hard to implement. What I
Tell
believe
me
is
about
that,
it.
yeah. So what I believe is that the best way you can do is that
But there's no
make a
other
good.
option. That's all you can do.
Exactly,
You don't
exactly.
have
Yeah,
another option. For example,
that's
they
right.
want to put a hand in a fire.
Hmm. Hmm.
You know how much they will keep crying. I want this. I want this. I want.
Hmm.
And you just do something where you cry yourself as well. Okay. For example, let's say
I
they buy something which is haram, or they buy something which is harmful. You can't
exactly.
buy those things.
That's right. That's right. That's right. And this is where actually you need to run in a balanced way as well. Like for example, you just gave an example that they want to do something or experience something. If this is something that will create a lesson for them and does not cause a long term long-term problem or long-term issue for them, then I would let them do. For example, if they want to put their hand in the fire, okay, go experience it. If they want to,
Absolutely.
yeah,
You win my
yeah,
heart. My wife and I always have an argument. He say, look, this is something. For example, I give you today's example.
uh,
My son got up and he decided to do a fast.
uh-huh.
Okay,
Okay,
he decided to do a fast,
all right,
and mother started to, no, you can't do fast. You didn't do eat anything. And I said, look, let him experience. It's nothing can harm. He will learn.
yeah,
He won't. I
exactly,
mean, I can't say he won't be get sick by
yeah,
doing so. So let him.
yeah,
If we start argument, there's no end of it. He's doing
mm,
something which is not causing any problem to anybody. He's want
yes,
to experience it. It's a
yeah,
safe experience. So what you
right,
said, I let them. Some people say, okay, touch it, go touch it.
yes,
But if you stop them, they'll do more. So this is a great lesson. What you said.
exactly, exactly.
We were
But
the
for
same as
example,
well.
yes, so that's the theory, and but as I said, like if it is something that will not cause a permanent damage, then let them do. For example, if someone wants to try alcohol, would you let them do? No. If they want to
You
commit
need to
a sin,
educate. You need to sit down
exactly.
with
So
them.
this is where you need to build a friendly relationship with your child and get them
That's another
realize.
thing I want to know.
Yes,
So the first, I remember there is a 7+7+ rule we learned and we implemented in our workshop. We say first 7 years habits to make
yes,
them so they do brush, they do just clean, hygiene, healthy
correct.
eating, all that. But next 7 years, sorry, the first 7 years is about their well-being. Next 7 years is a habit, and
Yes,
then when they become 14, then you need to become a little bit friendlier because
exactly.
now they understand they're becoming to the teen, they can understand these things. So tell me,
And
how did you do it?
yeah, and especially
Where
this
they got
teenager.
you motivation towards the robotics? I want to know that.
So the challenges of the teenagers are very different because of the age that they are getting in, that the hormonal changes as well, the community that or the people or friends that they interact with outside in the community. So this is very tricky age, and I think this is where you need to be more friend with your child than
I want to
anyone
know what
else
did you
can.
do. I want to know some wins, some incident, something which can inspire others. Because if Atif can do it, because when I see them, sometimes they outsmart you. I see, look, Atif, you stop, let her speak because she's doing beautiful. That's what we want from our children.
I think from that perspective, what I can say is that one, and I mentioned to this thing before as well, that obviously no expert in the parenting, but whatever it is, it's actually joint effort of both the parents. So
Absolutely.
as you know, that I get myself busy in a lot of other activities like my job, my charity work, my community work, and all those, and major part that is played into the kids' day-to-day activity or day-to-day dealing, that is all mother. So and what I know is that sometimes, and this happens with every mother, is that sometimes they get angry because they are saying something to the child and they are not listening or not following the instructions and all that. And sometimes what I believe is that especially in this age, teenagers and all onward, you don't really need to repeat things, you need to convey it. That's most important. Like we can
All
probably just,
right. Can you repeat
yeah,
that? That's a beautiful thing. Say it again, please. I
you don't
want
need
people,
to.
this is very important.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is that sometimes, especially in this age, if you keep repeating anything, like you want them to do this, and they said, "Okay, I will do it," and they have their own mind, their own clock going in there, and they will pick up this plate, and they're not doing it now. They have a thing that,
Because they
okay, I will.
become immune. They say it go into ignore basket.
Ignore basket, or it goes into a priority list which is actually lower down, and as a parent
So you're
we
saying
tell
convey is a better than, I want to remember that.
repeating.
Convey
Yes,
is a better than to convince or repeating
repeating.
yourself.
That's right. That's right. So convey it better way, in a better way. Try a different approach. If they are not listening, rather than repeating the same thing, try a different approach. Try to get their attention.
Dialogue,
Yes,
dialogue, maybe
dialogue,
listen.
definitely, definitely, and most importantly, because of the social media, TV, and everything, and other things going on around, the the biggest challenge that we have in this age with everyone, even kids, adults, and everyone, is the attention deficit.
It's
We
true.
watch something on the mobile phone, and if you ask the same person, like after 5 minutes, 10 minutes, what did you watch? They don't know. So
That's the
that is
tragedy. Yep.
exactly happened with these kids. They, if they have a device in hand, and I'm not in a favor of taking the devices away. I have a different theory I can share, but the point is that this is important for them as well, to have some relaxed time, uh, browse or whatever they want to do.
This is one
And
of the
but
key question people ask: how to
Hmm,
reduce the screen time? And
exactly,
I
that is
say,
important.
look, it's hate and for example, one thing what you they gave I got the idea now. Rather than I say don't use too much mobile, either say, look, can you tell me, find out how much a normal person should use a mobile? What's you think? And let them
Exactly.
speak.
Yes. Yes.
And when they
That's right.
say it, they are also listening.
That's
And then
right.
you say,
That's
okay,
exactly.
you what you said, okay,
Huh?
try to reduce it. You
Hmm.
convey in a such a way where they don't see we are condemning them or we are forcing them or convincing them,
Exactly.
because we are also doing using a lot of time.
That's
That's
right. Yeah.
another people say how to be role model to them, because we are certain habits we are not good with it, but we are
Hmm.
expecting from our children. So
Exactly.
what is your take on it?
I think, and you mentioned this very good point, is that you do it first, and then your kid will realize this is something that need to be done. But not in some. It's not very. What example I can give is that, for example, prayer, namaz, right?
Yep, yep,
If you ask
I'm with
them,
you.
do it every time, and they may just listen and ignore it. Stand up for the prayer, ask them, and get them to stand next to you, and then do the prayer. So this is how you are doing it, and they are doing it at the same time in Jamaat, and they, otherwise they will not listen.
I got another idea. I tell you what I did in one workshop we were doing. It was 3 days workshop. We made a rule together
Hmm.
as a democratically. You say, look, when we call the adhan, it means Allah is calling you. After that, it's
Correct.
between you and them. So we convey the message. Rather say you come. So if you don't come, you will deal with that. So couple of times I was doing alone, but after that I started to see. I didn't condemn them. I just told them, "Did you hear the azan?" He said,
Hmm.
"Yes." Okay, that's it. That's it. So indirectly, I convey the message without cursing them.
Yeah, that's
So
right.
that's
That's
what you're
exactly.
saying. You need to do together. So this is a second lesson. If you can't do something or demonstrate to them, you can do at least together.
Hmm. Yeah, that's right.
That's a great example as well. That's a great lesson for me.
Hmm.
Let's we keep going. The time is flying. The Before we go to the more advices there, I want to know because firstly I want to know, um, you've been to Pakistan, right? Tell me
Yes.
about how was it too. I saw few pictures. Tell me what's happening in the Shahid Afridi Foundation projects over there, especially
Yeah,
on the
sure.
education side, because that's where our heart, both our hearts beats more.
Correct, correct. Yeah, sure. So, just a quick background before I share about my visit to Pakistan. Last year, when Shahid Afridi came here and Jahangir Khan, the legend, was here, and cricket team, we did fundraiser all over the Australia in 6 cities, and we raised funds for the education of the children in Pakistan. And Alhamdulillah, we were able to raise funds for over 1,000 children education. That means like 3 to 4 schools. Shahid Afridi Foundation has 21 schools all over Pakistan, 21 schools, and they are all charity run, supported by the people like you in Australia or in other countries. So we wanted to, when we were actually going to Pakistan for our personal holidays, we wanted to actually visit those schools. We wanted to make sure that any donors who have made donation from here, or they sponsored the education of a child, how does it look like? So this is one of the things from the education perspective. And also we raised a lot of funds for the flood relief. and when 2 years ago there was floods and everything, and then we
Yeah, I
raised
remember
funds
that.
for those. So those
Yep.
houses are being built in Pakistan, in Badin, which is the Sindh province in the Sindh province, and it's actually a little bit far from the city. So we did go there, looked at reviewed the houses, and obviously we recorded some videos. So
The people
there are
who did
lots.
not doesn't know much about the he's talking about, we have a great clip which will show you the thing. Before I go to show you clip, just I'm just telling people we got three candidate people who left great comment. One question is very much deserve to have a ticket for that, but I'm just saying people who are missing out, please leave your question. I'm very excited. I am learning from this question, like I'm learning from him as well. So I just show you the a clip about the projects in Pakistan. Let me show you just a second. I'm bringing the clip over. Here is the
मेरे अल्लाह इनकी हर मुश्किल को आसान कर दे. Let me be the guide, let me light the way.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम। मेरा नाम है सैयद आतिफ फ़हीम और आज हम एक बहुत ही ख़ास जगह पे आपको लेकर आए हैं, जो कि शाहिद आफरीदी फाउंडेशन की एक मॉडल कम्युनिटी है। हम मौजूद हैं कराची से तकरीबन 300 किलोमीटर दूर, बदीन शहर से मजीद अंदर तकरीबन 30 किलोमीटर आगे, एक ऐसी जगह पे जो 2 साल पहले फ्लड की वजह से कम्प्लीटली तबाह हो चुकी थी। यहाँ पर तकरीबन 7 मीटर तक पानी मौजूद था। यहाँ पे जितने लोग रहते थे इस इलाके के अंदर, उनके तबाही सब कुछ हो चुकी थी। उनके घर जो कि झोंपड़ियाँ थी वो खत्म हो चुके थे, और उनके माल मवेशी, उनकी काश्तकारी सब कुछ खत्म हो चुका था। शाहिद आफरीदी फाउंडेशन ने आप जैसे डोनर्स की मदद से इस इलाके को दोबारा रिवाइव करने का प्लान किया, और आज जहाँ हम खड़े हैं ये एक मॉडल कम्युनिटी विलेज बना रहे हैं। यहाँ पे क्या होगा, मैं आपको दिखाता हूँ। यहाँ पर इस वक्त हम सेंटर में कोर्ट यार्ड में खड़े हैं, एक ऐसी जगह पे जो कि तकरीबन 2 एकड़ जमीन मौजूद है। इस जमीन पर 100 हाउसेज बन रहे हैं। ये आपके सामने जो कि इंडिविजुअल हाउसेज हैं उन लोगों के लिए जो कि झोंपड़ी में रहते थे। इन घरों के अंदर एक बाथरूम, एक कमरा, और इसके ऊपर एक सोलर पैनल भी लगेगा ताकि उस घर के अंदर बिजली प्रोवाइड की जा सके। तो तकरीबन 100 घर इस तरह से यहाँ पे बन रहे हैं। आइए मैं आपको दिखाता हूँ। यहाँ पर इन घरों के पास प्रॉपर ड्रेनेज सिस्टम बनाया जा रहा है, ड्रेन लाइन इस वक्त डल रही हैं। साथ ही इस साइड पे, मेरे लेफ्ट साइड पे, ये एक स्कूल है जो कि स्कूल तकरीबन 5 क्लासों के ऊपर मुश्तमिल है। इसको हम इंशाल्लाह ऑपरेट करेंगे, चलाएंगे, आपको अभी अंदर जाके भी दिखाते हैं। और मजीद इस इलाके के अंदर पानी की ज़रूरत को पूरा करने के लिए, पीने के पानी के लिए 2 आरओ प्लांट्स बन रहे हैं। उनसे साफ पानी आपको मिलेगा पीने के लिए, जो लोग यहाँ पर जिनको आबाद किया जाएगा। और इसके अलावा एक डिस्पेंसरी, एक कम्युनिटी सेंटर, और ये तमाम फैसिलिटीज़ यहाँ पे इस 2 एकड़ की ज़मीन के अंदर तमाम उन लोगों को प्रोवाइड की जाएंगी जिन लोगों के पास कुछ नहीं था, और जो कुछ था वो सब तबाह हो चुका था।
मेरे अल्लाह इनकी हर मुश्किल को आसान कर दे. Let me be the guide, let me light the way. चेहरे इनके खिल उठे, मुझ पे ये एहसान कर दे.
oh, that was a great clip. And as you can donate for these projects, is you can go to the we left the link of Shahid Afridi Foundation.org/Australia, and there's a donate button. You can donate for this. It's a very rewarding. Ramadan is coming, so that was great. You want to add anything which is not there?
Yeah, sure. So basically, this was the visit that we did in January, basically last month. Or what we did was that, as I said, that this is the place or the land that has been donated by one of the Wadera, a landlord in their area, and
Okay.
made this place available for us to construct houses for the people who lost everything in the floods 2 years ago. So this was a really eye-opening experience, being there, seeing the work happening, meeting those people who have. And let me share quickly that these are the people who do not literally have toilets in their
That's
makeshift
sad.
houses.
People
Nothing
living
there.
here who can't
Exactly.
live without the toilet roll. Can't
Yes.
imagine you don't
Yes.
have a place where you can just release yourself.
Yes. So this is the situation there is, and this is where we are now constructing brick houses with solar power on top, solar panels on each house, proper kitchen and toilets, sanitary, all work there, and school, community center, RO plants for the clean drinking water and all that. So this is all work that is happening there.
To raise the fund, are we doing any events, upcoming events in Australia or Sydney in particular?
That's right. That's right. That's right. We are actually doing events in 6 cities, inshallah, starting from 14th of January here in Sydney. So the first event is happening in Sydney, and a great artist from Australia, and I think everybody knows him, Nazim Hussain. He is the comedian.
Nazim Hussain. Yep.
Yes, Nazim Hussain, the comedian. He is famous on Netflix, on ABC, on Channel 10, and all those channels he has been performing. So he is very kindly accepted to attend our, to basically be part of these events in Sydney and Melbourne. Sydney, it is
Sydney and Melbourne. Okay.
Yes, 14th of February is
14th of February. Yep.
and 22nd of February in Melbourne. So he will be there.
It's just not far. It's not far. It's 2 weeks
It's
time.
2
And the
weeks
people
from
who
now.
don't know the Nazim Hussain, we have another great clip. You can't stop laughing, and it's especially when you go to these kind of events, you get the double benefits. You not only actually three benefits. You not only enjoy yourself, you're going for a great cause, and you also meet like-minded people there, and you meet lots of your old friends. Let me play. Should I play the clip?
Yes, please.
Thank you.
Yeah, we got a bit of.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, man, it's so good to be here. My name's Nazim. I am from Australia. I'm a little bit famous in Australia, just a little bit. I get recognised a bit in Australia, not always as me. I walked into a cafe recently. As soon as I walked in, the waiter, he sees me, comes straight up to me holding a bag, and he says, "Uber Eats?" You can't take a photo because you're Asian and you're perpetuating a stereotype. What's my name?
Will I am.
Will I am. Sing it loud. What's my name?
Will I am.
Yeah. You're not allowed to swim anything deeper than the ankle level.
What's that?
Because I can't swim any deeper than ankle level. About 2 billion Muslims, including 600,000 Australians, will celebrate Eid, one of the largest religious festivals in the whole world. But I suspect the average Australian has no idea what Eid even is. Do you know anything about Eid?
Nah,
Which is why I'm going to explain
never
it.
heard of it.
Hey, boss. I need the day off for Eid.
To eat?
Eid. Eid's it's like Muslim Christmas, but it's better because it's based in truth.
That's quite hurtful.
I'm a Muslim comedian, and I know what you're thinking. Oh, not another one. I'm so sick of all these hilarious Muslim TV shows. And I started blaming the kid. I was like, well, she didn't tell me. If she's hungry. I was like, what about the 1-year-old? I was well, that's a good point. I don't know.
Read 'em and weep, everyone. Full house.
Not so fast. I've got the race card.
You always play the race card.
So what do you do with yourself, Ashra?
I work in IT.
You work in computers? Really?
I think you're the first person that's ever been surprised I work with computers.
What have you done to yourself?
Racial realignment surgery. Only cost me $50. Do you mind if I kiss your baby? Oh.
Wow, we got a biggest comment here. Believe me or not, you won't believe it. I mean, that's the beauty of our computers. Believe me, I saw the fly. I didn't know when I saw all those pranks. I've been watching him, and while I'm talking, I look at my calendar, and I saw I'm free on that night, and I bought 2 tickets already. So that's the beauty of it. We'll see you on 14th because 15th. I got a birthday and I'm going somewhere with family. 16th, I'm in a Perth. So 14th was available. Hopefully it's in Sydney, otherwise I'm not flying Melbourne. 14th is in Sydney, right?
14th is Sydney. 15th
Friday.
is Perth.
Yeah, Friday I'm okay.
Yes.
I'm okay. Friday.
If you are coming Perth on 15th, please join us there as well.
Oh, 15th is a Perth?
That's correct. 15th is
No,
Pearl.
15. I got if I leave, reach there by evening. But 15 we have a. By the way, we need to tell that right now because our workshop. If you want to get the workshop, let me show you the our workshop is happening on. First session is happening on, where is the first session? I can't see it here. First session is happening on 8th of Feb, and the second session we're having a 15th. Between 11 to 1, we will be having. This is our workshop detail, by the way. So this is a 3 weeks workshop where you get a 3 interactive face-to-face workshop, 2 hours each week. You come as a parent, you learn the 3 simple steps, practice whole week. You will get it, the workbook where you can use a whole week. You get all the practical tools, and with the 2 hours of learning, you will practice whole week. This is happening on 8th of Feb, 15th of Feb, and 22nd of Feb between 11 to 1 p.m. in Rooty Hills, the actually Islamic School, AICS Islamic School, Mount Root. The ticket links we are sharing in the comments as well. My teammate will share the link. And by the way, tomorrow is the last day to have a ticket, and we are giving one free today with the best question. We already got lots of questions and comments there.
Nice questions,
So
yeah.
that's what is the end goal of the Shada Free Chat? We get to the all these questions. We got by the way, this
that
is
was sorry to cut you, bhai, Shafqat bhai. I wanted to actually address this question, and I actually love this current question. I think if you allow, can I respond to
to
the
answer
question?
these questions.
Yes, yes.
Let's go one by one. Is it okay?
Okay. Yeah, sure. Let's do that.
Yeah, we go start from the start. I hope I put all the stars so I'm not missing anyone. Let's go there because there are lots of comments, so I need to filter. I start them. The first one is this one, come from Masoom Ali. Thank you for putting a question. What should I do if my child refuses to listen to me?
Become friend. Simply. And
Okay.
as I said,
Give some small
don't repeat.
example of the starting point, please, if you can.
So
From your
we discussed
experience.
already, as we discussed already, don't repeat. Just change the way that you are saying or do you want things to be done. For example, if they are not listening, and there can be many different reasons, there can be something like which is distracting them, which is keeping them busy. Get their attention first, and make them to listen. Get their attention, make them to listen, and then they will do it.
Excellent. That's great. That's great. Now the next one we have. The next question we have is I think is somebody promoting the channel as well. So Afzal asks, how can I discipline my children effectively without yelling?
Yeah, I would say that do not yell. And this is what I say as well, like to my kids as well. For example, whenever you yell from the parent's perspective, or whenever the child cries, that means you have lost your battle. Whatever you wanted to
So can
do.
you somebody put in the comments for me? I can remember. So I want to put that quote: when you yell and our children cry, it means you lost the battle. Beautiful
That's
quote.
right.
I should bring
That's right.
this.
That's right.
So the other thing is you say, look, it's like you have a match where I lose my control. That's the point we have.
That's when you start yelling. So how to cope up? Do not yell. Try to understand and think. Take a step back. Think. What do you want to convey? Is there a better way to convey that? And try.
So get out of the situation for the time being.
Yes. Yelling is losing the battle.
Okay, that's the. And also, I want to acknowledge our great inspiring mentor of me is he also joining tomorrow, Dr. Khurram Kiani. We are privileged. He's also watching as well, and he just commented that he really liked your talk. Thank you, Dr. Saab. We'll be seeing you tomorrow same time, and he's also a great role model. I hope you will also join us tomorrow too as a listening to give your feedback there. The next one is just I think parenting is becoming headache for some people. It's just a comment if you want to respond.
Yeah, no, definitely.
When it becomes, I put in a question, when it becomes headache.
when it becomes a headache. Okay, so I think I would acknowledge that yes, parenting is a headache, or it's a challenge. I would say, big challenge, uh, and there are a lot of factors. For example, in Pakistan, as you said, or wherever we live, we have a complete big family system. A lot of people to handle, lot of examples for you to follow as well in the family. But when you are living here in isolated environment, just as you, it becomes challenging, and I think there are many approaches that everybody can probably share their experiences. We need to adopt those approaches, try to resolve that, then it will become from headache to pleasure.
What you said is that I think everybody say that it's not easy
Yes.
become friendly. I normally in the workshop we say when you and me become I and you become us, then it will be a less headache. It's like we are doing something together. There's another saying of a very wise man said, if something you're doing as a competing, you always lose because there is someone will lose.
Mhm.
But if you're doing a party together, nobody lose. So
Exactly,
if
it's a win-win
you,
situation.
yes, if you make a win-win situation, there'll be less headache.
Correct.
And this I want to repeat myself is a comment. Conveys is better than repeating again and again. You don't want where the kids put everything of yours in ignore basket. There's a great. I'm just showing the what we call candidate comments, which can win the $150 voucher. We'll send you the message through your inbox if you win. Sean asks a very big question. Let me read.
Hmm.
Some parents rely on screen time a lot too, and then they got surprised when their children start relying on it for engagement and fun. These parents are also surprised when they are so attracted to devices. How should parents counter this issue if they're busy and sometimes can't think of anything else to engage their child?
It is a big challenge. Social media or technology or devices is a big challenge for everyone, and I might not be the best. I might not have the best approach, but there are different ways to handle that. One is that in my house, I have a rule that devices, the mobile devices and the laptops, need to be shut down at whatever, like summer and winter is different timing, but like let's say 10 o'clock. The devices are. I have, and I can share my personal trick. What I've done, I have set up the router to turn off the Wi-Fi for specific MAC addresses at that time.
There's a technology solution. If you want, we our young
But
innovative teams can.
yeah,
Seriously, what I have done, I'm sharing openly. I have two routers. One
yes,
for the all the devices which home need to be run, like cameras and I have
yeah,
the second router, which is we use it as a usage, and it's a auto shutdown in the night
yeah,
because home need to be run, and one of the
exactly.
person need to who runs the operation, he needs to have device working,
That's
but
right.
rest of the people, it's like discipline
Yeah.
yourself. When you
It's
turn the light
basically
off,
disciplining.
is
Yeah,
sending a message.
correct.
So this is like a habit. You need to develop
That's
those
right.
habits around and set
Yeah.
those rules together. Don't
Exactly.
enforce.
Whatever way you can do, the whole point is that set the discipline and implement those rules, house rules, and let them follow. That's the thing.
And then let them first accept those rules and they say,
Yes.
yes, we agree. You sit down as a democratically rather than say, this is my rule, you need to, then they go and confront. That's I and you. There's a great comment. Our team sent it to you. They want to say, great work. May God bless you and your family for such a nice work you're doing. I'm switching, going through. There's another great comment here. Shazeen sent a comment, it's amazing device. I just want to ask how you can say no to your child without them talking back.
Good question. Good question.
And she's
Uh,
a year eight student, I tell you.
no, this is a good question. So, without them talking back, I think respect is the most important. First lesson that child need to understand is the respect before they talk back.
Okay.
So I think it's the obviously there are different levels. So respect comes on the very first level. The thing, the instruction, the advice that you are giving them now, maybe they are not really ready for that. They need to understand not to talk back and listen, and then. So this is what my thinking is. It
There's
might
a
not be.
one thing I learned from a scholar yesterday where they say use why more. So let them explain.
Mm,
They will get the
mm,
answer back. when, for example, they want a child, want a chocolate, which you think in this age, that much chocolate is not good. You don't want to say no chocolate. Rather, you
Yes.
say, look,
Why do you need it?
why you want that chocolate? Are you
Exactly.
craving for the food? Then they say, look, tell me how much a sugar a human should consume in a day. Do you know? So you get to the little bit dialogue rather than confronting them. So this is
Exactly.
the again coming again same lesson. You need to be more
Yeah.
friendlier. I got another great comment. Somebody said, thanks for discussing such an important topic. Thank you for joining, Lubna. That's so nice of you. And then we got this covered. This already covered. And then, okay, this is one. Lubna asked the question. Printing has become really a challenging job at this time when there are lots of other medium to influence.
Correct.
You want to respond that comment about
I
the
think
other
I think it.
influence?
Yeah, I think it is already that we discussed that there are a lot of challenges at the moment, and we mentioned already that we are just the parents or just a very small family system we have here. We have a lot of distractions for the kids, especially social media, TV, and anything like that, and we have other things going on which is outside your, which you might not know. For example, something is going on at school with this kid or something, so they have that thing going on in their mind as well. So firstly, we need to understand what the challenges these kids have and try to resolve them. And parenting has always been a challenge, and it will always be.
My one line respond to you: create positive influence around them rather than keep saying don't do that. For example, you don't want them to eat chips, which is a bad influence, or too much of chips or junk food. Create more variety of fruit around them. So there is a, so reduce that influence, increase the positive influence. There is a more chances they pick those positive ones. We're going to the, there are a few more. This is my one of the longest interaction, but it's all people engagement. Thank you very much, every one of you who joined. What is the end goal of Shahid Afridi charity? This, and
Okay.
I like the word. And thank you, Sarah
Yes.
Ahmed. Thank you very much putting that question.
That is really good question, and I like these kind of questions that people want to know about the work that I do. For me and the charity, the end goal of any charity is to provide relief to the people who are in need. And I will share quickly a background that Sarah, I'm not sure where you are in Pakistan or here or in any other country. If we are here in Australia, we are better than thousands of or hundreds and thousands of people who live in Pakistan or any other country and not able to enjoy the blessings of Allah who we have here. For example, we open the tap, water comes out, we come out of our house, we can drive the car on the clean, smooth roads, which is not the case in Pakistan, and a lot of other challenges, health, education,
I
a lot of
comment.
challenges.
My kids don't know where the hot water comes from because it comes.
Mm.
They don't know
Yeah,
where the milk
exactly.
comes from because it
Exactly,
comes.
exactly. So we who are living here have a lot of blessings from Allah, but not everybody in Pakistan can enjoy this. So Shahid Afridi Foundation was established to help the people who are in need, especially in the areas such as the health, education, water, food, in those areas. And in Australia, we established this charity 6 years ago. In Pakistan, it is running for past 11 years. We have helped people in recent floods. We have built houses. I'm not too sure you were here when we showed the video. The people who lost their houses in Pakistan, we built houses for them. We have 21 schools in Pakistan, all
Yep.
free for the people who are in need. We are educating them. And similarly, we have a lot of water projects starting from KPK to Karachi, and a lot of other examples. Feel free to message me, or if you want to know more about the charity, my phone number I can share here is 0413 911 091. So that is the phone number. You can reach out to me, message me. I can share more details, and also that
We'll
we are
leave this in the
holding.
comments so you can get that number.
Exactly. And also that we are holding fundraisers in all these cities in front of you, like, for example, Sydney, Melbourne, Perth, Adelaide, Brisbane, Canberra, 6 cities, inshallah, in next is coming month and the next month. So if you are in any of those cities, feel free to come to these events and join and meet us, and then we can share more about the charity.
Thank you. Thank you, Iram, for putting this up, making it easy. because as I said, that it's easy to look through the comments to find things. Noting down is not easy. I want to appreciate Sarah for to compile that when a parent yelled, they lost the
Exactly.
battle.
Exactly.
Child cry as well. This is the second part of it. I'm gonna memorize this. And we have this is a great one. It's they have a young children. They
Mhm.
don't sleep till 3 a.m. of the night. What strategy use them? They're very young,
Um,
less than
this
3 years old.
Okay, okay. Um, that is a good question because in different ages, there are different challenges from the kids' perspective as well. You know that the younger kids do not really have that schedule of sleeping or as we adult have, and obviously,
How to get started with the discipline? How do you
I
starting
might
point?
not, I might not be the expert in all those things. For example, some people advise that they make them bath and do that. And all that. I'm not expert in those.
Excellent. Bath is good. I
I
used
don't
to
want to go
drive
into
them
that
around.
area.
Drive them around. They sit in the car
Yes.
and they go sleep. I used to do it
Yes.
because I don't
So
know what to do.
I have my own experiences, but it's been a while now. My kids are very old, elder, so I can't really comment what's working nowadays. But there are a lot of techniques that you can try.
From the child perspective, what should they do? A child is asking how they can stop or ask their parents not to yell.
How a child can ask their parent not to yell. Oh,
But
that's
it looks like they're saying obviously you don't yell to a young one. So child saying my father or some mother yells at me, how
hmm,
can I approach them not to do so?
good question. I think what a child can do is listen to them in the first instance.
I think the similar approach. Go and nicely say, "Can we have a talk about it?" My son did
Exactly.
once.
Yeah, definitely,
He took
definitely.
me in this. We went out to eat and said, "Look, I want to talk about something," and he shared his perspective because you can't in a
True.
yelling mode you can't negotiate. You're next
Exactly.
level now. But when you're
Exactly.
calm, then you say, "Look, you yelled this way. I didn't like it. How can we? What can I do not to do to make you do so?" So it's a
Yes,
dialogue again, friendly mode dialogue.
that's right.
You agree?
True. 100%.
Okay, the Masura said, what is the better way to deal child by being their friend instead of treating like a boss?
100%. I believe on this. I could not recommend this anymore. This is the best approach. Become a friend of your child. Understand their problem, and that's how you will get to know what the problems they are facing, and you can help them.
There's a one guru said to me once, he said, look, when you're treating your 7 years, 8 years to become a friend, sit on your knees. Don't stand and look down to them because
Mm,
you're showing the command being a boss. But if
true.
you go to their level, because friends are equal level, they are not superior to each other.
Correct. Correct.
So when you are show your superiority, you can't be friend to them. So you
True.
need to show some democracy. You need to learn as a father, a mother. Sorry, I forgot. Sorry, I was on time, not time. Sorry, I forgot to do this. So then they have the courage to acknowledge.
Yes.
We just few more, but I don't want to. I want to acknowledge because these people given up their 1 hour for us. I want to acknowledge. Lubna asked, should we give any type of punishment in some cases of betterment? Oh, tricky one.
Should we give any time of punishment, any type of punishment in some cases for the better? Oh, okay, that's a good question. Punishment is a wrong word.
We
Why?
use in a school here consequences.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
because punishment, we don't use the word punishment around. Don't
Exactly.
say that word
Exactly.
in front of it.
Yes. Yes. So I think discipline. Then that's the word. How you can discipline them. So reward and point system, or what you call it, like reward and punishment is not again the best word to use here, but incentive and something which they will lose. For example, build those kind of rules that if you do this, you get this. If you don't do this, then you will not get this, or you will not have this opportunity.
You will get something, like I got. I'm doing this interview. One of my child is as a grand child, and she wants my. She came from overseas. She wants my time. I made an agreement. if you allow me to work till 8 o'clock, I will get you one of your reward of your choice worth $5. And if anybody complains, then you lose that. So I said,
Yep.
it's up to your choice. Let's see what happens. So far, so good. She didn't
Correct.
knock a door yet. So don't use that word punishment, rather
Yeah.
say consequences. Like
Correct.
my kids are really scared when I tell them, if you do this, I will not talk to you whole day. And they are really scared of
Yes.
that.
Yes.
Even you are not punishing them, but you are just depriving that. Similarly, we say, look, if you do this, no more mobile today, or no more
Mm.
device today. If you do
Yes.
this, you cannot come out of this place. So they are
Consequence.
more into there.
Yeah, they are the
Okay, thank you.
consequences. Yes.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah. So Aslan, we acknowledge your presence. Thank you for joining. And how to make studies interesting for kids and how to develop a healthy relationship with them. A repeated question, but I acknowledge FK all along. Thank you very much joining. Please.
Okay, so this question, how to make studies interesting for kids and how to develop a healthy relationship. Experimental based learning, that is the best way. So a lot of schools are adopting this as well. So anything that you want your child to learn, let them experience it. Very simple thing. If you want them, and I'm sure that, and I'm very happy to see that in Australia, this is the way that they teach in the schools as well, mostly. Like, for example, if you want them to know about some event, some building or history, they take you there. They want you to, the kids to see that building, learn about that, and this is how they will remember it. So that's the most important. If you want to teach something to your child, uh, let them experience it.
Beautiful word. I'll tell you, for example, if you tell them about pyramids, they might not be as interested. If you give them a model and say, build a pyramid,
Yeah,
they will be finding it more interesting about that.
correct.
For example, making a remembering something will not be as interested as compared to doing a trivia together as a family, asking each other spelling competition and thing. So that's experience. And this will also help to develop your healthy relationship because you're playing with them, you're becoming a friend. That will be
Correct.
the key word for tonight. Find a way to be friendly to them without confronting. The moment they cry, you lose the battle, remember that. Okay.
Exactly.
So again, message. Thanks, Iram, to putting that back. She say they what he she's just put in a comment so people who missed it that they have a model which is in Badin. Watch on their social media. You got the link for their website. That how did they redevelop a whole village after the flood. That's a great case study, and you will see in the. I'll play at the end that clip again. Saima, welcome to coming. Saima Jadun did great comment what you learned from it. One of the goals of the Shada Fruity to educate our future mother. Absolutely. We'll show a clip at the end where they are what they're doing for the education purpose. Because of the time, I would love to bring you along again. Iram said we wake them up early and make their day productive and busy. Oh, sorry, wake them early. That's absolutely. This is one of the great things. Like if I
Mhm.
tell them, my children or my team, and say, look, the our time of waking up is 1 hour earlier than the whole world and the normal world to make you
Yeah,
leader because you're leading the day. Even sun look at you when you are already rised.
right.
You already rose and you sun look at it. The fajr time is a leading time, and that's where your day become very productive. Saima mentioned that communication is a very important aspect between children and parents. It's not like a button on and off.
Correct.
We don't own them. They are not robots. It's
Mm.
ongoing relationship. So whatever we shared, you need years to develop that because you've done few years doing wrong. Give couple of years to doing the right, then it will develop. Correct? What do you think, Atif?
100%, 100%, very wise statement here, and especially the last part. Your act is far stronger than your words for your children. So this is what we talked about before.
So you need to be democratic. You can't just say, look, you do this, I still do the bad. You do
Yeah.
good, you know. And now I have seen, look, people Oh, they are talking to each other. That's good. That's good. Oh, we missed the we missed the Dr. Mavish said something somewhere, but we're getting so many comments. Please keep sharing this with other. We will take this your comments till 9 o'clock. You can keep commenting. We will contact you via your inbox. Please look at inbox where we will send you your ticket if you win, and also we give you more detail there. Otherwise, you can buy the ticket for which is at the moment. Tomorrow is the last day. Let me show you again the information about workshop. Whatever we discuss is only half a session. We will cover, give you practical advice. We will have a one-to-one session as well over there. You will have a workbook. The first session is on 8th of Feb at 11 a.m. in Rudy Hill. So don't, we will give you ticket link. Our team will be put in a comments box, so I'll highlight that. And the last comment, I just say, become a play partner to your child. Come in their spotlight. They lead them in their life as a friend. It is two-way relationship. She summed up everything. Sima's comment is, I mean, if you are in Sydney, we love to see you in our workshop. This is the link to buy from website, and also this has full detail of the workshop, what to expect, few clicks. There's also we have a free printing guide, quick guide to download on this web page as well. So thank you very much, and we end with the great clip of your work in the education sector, because we most of the time, anything you want to add, a final device? Sorry, I took some, because it's very much close to our heart. Parenting is very challenging, and I learned with a hard way. So as you, please tell me, what's your concluding remarks? People who are living in
Yes.
the West, how to raise our children?
I think we discussed different approaches, and a few things that I can remember from the talk that we did today, and there can be many. But first is that be a friend of your child, understand them. Whenever you need them, get their attention first. Do not repeat or yell. And again, I will repeat that if you yell, you lose the battle. If child cries, they lose the battle. So this is another thing. If child cries, that means they don't have any other way to convince you or convey their point. So that is another thing. But anyways, so these are all few techniques and tricks that we can try. And
I want to invite you on a 22nd. You will be available between 11 to 1. I would love to have you our parents panel, where our workshop participant can ask you face-to-face question as well. So I'll send you invitation, and I will play the clip about your work on education side. And as a reminder again, please check your inbox. You might be lucky to get the voucher. Otherwise, buy the ticket for workshop. And don't forget to buy a ticket for the Nazim Hussein's show, which I did. I'll send you link. It's all in the comments. Please keep sharing it with it. It's all recorded there. And enjoy the clip, and see you in the workshop.
We at Syed Atif Foundation are working to empower our students to become independent contributing members of the society. Syed Atif Foundation has been very supportive to help us provide our students with quality standard education and economic opportunities for themselves and their community.
हमारे गांव में ऐसा सिस्टम नहीं था जिन पर बच्चियां तालीम हासिल करते। अब यहाँ पर अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह उनको अलग क्लासेस मिल रही है, उनको फीमेल टीचर्स अवेलेबल है, तो अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह तो अब तालीम का रुझान बढ़ रहा है, कंपटीशन बढ़ रही है।
मैं शाहिद अफरीदी फाउंडेशन का मशकूर हूँ कि उन्होंने आज़ाद कश्मीर में डिस्ट्रिक्ट नीलम जैसे दूर दराज इलाके में तालीम को प्रमोट करने के लिए तालीम के साथ वाबस्ता लोगों की उन्होंने मदद की। इस वक्त मेरे सदारे में तकरीबन 550 के करीब तलबा